Hi, this is a creative atmosphere drawing tutorial using the software program GIMP version 2.8 to draw the human ear. And I'm Rita Rue. GIMP is an image manipulation program that's similar to Photoshop, but it's free. So if you ever want to dabble with an image manipulation program, check out GIMP. What I've done so far is to create a background layer that's white. And on top of that white background layer, I'll create another layer that's transparent and title it Ear. So now I'll select the pencil tool and change the size of it and begin roughly sketching in the form of the human ear. I just completed the rough sketch layer named Ear. Now it's time to make a new layer, and I'll name that Ear 2. Turn the opacity down on the original layer titled Ear. Select Ear 2, make sure I'm drawing on that layer titled Ear 2, and draw a bit more accurately on the Ear 2 layer. This looks okay, so from here I'll create another layer and title that Ear 3 and begin to fill in my color values. Once again, I adjust the opacity, but this time on the Ear 2 layer. At this point, I've decided to change from the pencil tool to the brush tool and adjust the color and the brush size. Now it's time to switch to the Smudge tool. This is one of my favorite tools. It's not giving me the effect that I'm looking for, so I'm going to need to increase the size of the Smudge tool now. There we go. Just to talk a little bit about the Smudge tool and why I like it so much. As you can see, the Smudge tool takes a hard edge and softens it a bit. It reminds me of clay. You can take clay and mold it into the form that you want. Well, I see the Smudge tool is giving me that same effect, and I'm quite fond of using this tool. It pushes the color around a bit without having to use the eraser. And it's just a great manipulating tool. Now at this point I've started adding in some of the darker values which represent the shadow where the light doesn't necessarily hit. So right now I'm just fine-tuning with the Smudge tool, and I'll switch back and forth between the Smudge tool and the brush. With the brush I add in the different color values, and the Smudge tool I'll go back and rub over the colored areas to blend it and give it more dimension. For anyone that thinks that they can't draw, I'm here to tell you that you can. Yes, you can. Drawing is just another form of communication, just as we have the alphabet and numbers, which is a form of communication. You put those letters together and you're able to spell words. Well, in drawing, it's just a series of lines, whether the line is straight, horizontal, diagonal, squiggly. They're all forms of communication, and once you've put these lines together with color, you're able to create your art. Geometrical shapes can be found in pretty much in every object that we see throughout the day. So if you can draw things like a circle or a square or a triangle, you can definitely see those shapes or learn to see those shapes in everyday objects and duplicate what you see, draw what you see. If you have a bucket list and learning to draw is on it, you have that one particular thing you've always wanted to try and draw, like landscapes, portraits, so on and so forth, go for it. When I think back about how I started drawing with pencil and paper, and I still do use that to a great extent. That's pretty much all I use right now is pencil and paper. Sometimes I paint. But to see how it's evolved to becoming digitized with software and tablets, it's quite amazing. And a lot of fun. Well, thanks for watching.